Hey there, everyone. Welcome to day 10. We're going to talk about God's love. And in this, we are going to get a little more personal, and I'm going to share a little more of my personal testimony rather than sharing so many facts. When we look at the Bible, we definitely see that God is a God of love, whether it is how He created mankind, how He intervenes with miracles, how He provides, even how He disciplines, even how He we talked about like a parent who gets frustrated with their children because we want our children to do the right thing. We can see God doing the same thing, whether it's God sending His Son to die for all mankind, whether it's Jesus laying down His life on a cross to die for our sins and for our ultimate salvation, whether it's the miracles we see of Jesus with healings or coming and providing and teaching people a better way of living. Just from cover to cover, we see God's love. But until we get to that place where we see God's love meet our needs, where we come into that two-way relationship, we know that God sees us, He watches over us, and He loves us. But what about when we actually receive it on the inside and we can pour it back to Him? There's some verses that talk about how God, even before the creation of the world, He had a plan for us. He created us with a plan. He knew the very time, season, generation that each of us, that you personally would be born in, and He has a plan, even for the day you were born and to the day that you leave this earth. He has a plan. The Bible also says that He formed you in your mother's womb. So He saw you. He knit everything together, giving you life. He sees the circumstances and the situations that you are in on planet Earth. He knows what you love. He knows the things that frustrate you and the things that irritate you. He sees your heart. Sometimes we don't even see our own hearts, but God sees our heart. I'm going to share with you one of the very first times that I ever felt God absolutely embrace me. I was married. I've been married twice, and the first time that I was married, it was outside of God's will. I did not marry someone that God had chosen for me, and it was heartache after heartache after heartache. And there was one night where my ex-husband did not choose to be with me. He decided to go off and do his own thing, and I was so legalistic because I knew what the Bible said, and this is right and this is wrong, and he was choosing to do the things that were so wrong, and it was hard for me to understand the relationship with God because I was so legalistic and judgmental, and he had left, and I was just at home so sad, so broken, so I just felt abandoned. This was the first time that I played a certain song over and over and over and over, and I literally sat in my living room floor and just cried and cried and cried because my heart was just breaking. I was listening to this song, and God just is kind of like music, worship music especially. It's like a vehicle for His presence. And so as I was sitting there, I felt, now it wasn't tangible, it wasn't like a real hand that touched me, but I could feel an embracing. I could feel that the Lord was just coming close to me. And as I just sat there, I just rocked, and I felt His presence on me like I had never felt before. That was the beginning of understanding for me personally who God was and how much He loved me. As life progressed and things got harder, I continued to pursue that God that had hugged me and had loved me that night when I was so devastated and broken. I continued to pursue Him because I knew that there was more than just the words that were on the page. I knew that there was a God that really was concerned about my heartache, that was really concerned about who I was, where I was, and He wanted to intervene to help me in my situation. I want to just encourage you. Start praying and talking to God. You talk to Him just the same way that you would talk to a girlfriend or to a guy friend, or I don't think we have any guys in this group maybe, but that you would talk to like your mother or your best friend, that you would just talk to God and let Him know where your heart is, and just say, and if you are in a place where you're like, God, I don't know who you are, I've never felt you, I only see the laws, the rules and regulations from the Bible. I see these stories. I see what you've done for other people. But I need to know you on a personal level, and invite him and say, God, I just welcome you to come in and truly be a friend and show me really who you are and who you want to be for me on a deeper level. And you can say it just as simply as that. Just, God, I want to know more of who you are. Will you just come into my life and show me who you are and how much you love me? Because I need to know that I am loved. I need to know that you, God, you love me, because I don't see it. I don't feel it yet. And you can be just honest that way. Or if you are at a place where you have been walking with the Lord for a while and you want to go to that deeper place, come to God and say, God, I want to go deeper. I know there's more. I know there's things that you know about me that I don't even know about myself. I ask you, God, to reveal my heart to me and come and help mend the broken places and heal the wounds, heal the places that need to be healed and made new. So that's just what I want to give you guys today, is to really take this to the next level, from just reading the words and reading the story to really embracing the God of the universe who cares about you and me and wants to intervene in our situations. I love you guys, and I'm so glad you're here.